Hello guys, welcome to this Oracle Weblogic application server series, and this we are going to see about how to create a managed servers and clusters. Okay, so in this last section we have seen how to do environment variables um, and path and class with path variables, and in the before that session we have seen about how to create a domain and how to create an admin server and how to bring up the administration console. Administration console is the main important part of maintaining a larger domain, or being an administrator you will be using this console frequently. Okay, the important parts which we need to know about Oracle WebLogic administration console is the change center and the domain structure part. Generally this would be uncollapsed, so environment and deployments, other diagnostics details, and helping informations and the health states of various application servers. By default you will get the home page where it will have links for all those components available through this WebLogic administration console. Okay, so in this just we are going to see how to create managed servers and how to form a cluster among them. Okay, so we are going to use these two links. Okay, first I'm going to service this is very simple. Okay, so you can just create a new, you can click on new and you can just type whatever name you want. Okay, I'm just going to give it ms1 and my IP address is going to be whatever the IP address of my admin. Okay, so 7001 is already used by administration server, and 7002 probably I may use it for SSL. So I'm just giving 7003 as an so what you can create a cluster either while you're creating managed server or you can create it later on. I'm going to create it later on. I'm just going to give finish. Okay, so I want to create one more managed server, so I'm just going to give the name as an ms2 and I'm just going to give the same IP but with a different port number. Okay, so I'm just going to give it 7004 and I'm just going to give finish. Okay, so everything is done and I just need to create clusters for this two servers. So I'm just going to click on new and I'm just going to give my name as a managed server cluster, and I'm just going to leave it to unicast mode and I'm just going to click OK. So you have created the cluster but you didn't add any servers to it. Okay, so just click on the MS cluster and go to the servers, click on add, and you will get the servers names. Okay, so you can just give finish and you need either one more or two. So just click on this and give finish. So simple, right? Yeah, that's it. Now you can verify whether the servers are assigned to the cluster or not in the main server page. So it's, ms1 is now added to this cluster and ms2 is added to this cluster, but this is in shutdown state, so we need to create we need to start the servers, right? Okay, so if you go to your domain home, okay, for example this is my domain home, right? Domain home, you need to go inside our domain. What's our domain? It's base domain. You can find the domain name over here. Okay, so and you need to go to the binaries. Inside the binaries you will have script for starting administration server and script for starting managed server. So before starting managed server, just verify everything is fine. Okay, generally sometimes the host name might be wrong in this place, so just replace your IP address or your appropriate host name with it. Okay, so my IP address is this, so I'm just going to leave it as it is, and now I'm going to create service. Okay, by default if you try to list out the folders in yours, by default admin server alone is there. What we created the managed server, two managed servers, but the folder for the particular managed servers will be created only on the runtime. Okay, so if you start the managed server, then it will create an entry over here. Okay, just create ms1, and remember when you create this you also need to pass the username password for this particular managed service. Okay, as I'm in development mode, it will ask for the password now at the runtime, but in production mode actually you have to create, it will ask, but what is preferred is have to create a folder called security inside your managed server, and you have to create a file called boot.properties using your nano editor or your notepad++ or something. Okay, so I'm just going to enter this. It is going to ask for me for a password. So I'm just going to enter my username and my password. You can check the status here in the administration console. Okay, let us wait because it is reading, it's trying to create the properties files stuff. So it's starting now. So you can see this two lines, right? This is very important lines for us. So you can know that from a cluster component we got a message, a notice message, listening for announcement from cluster using the unicast cluster messaging, and you can also see the cluster name over here. So it's resuming, so probably in another second or so it will start it. So it's coming to the running state, right? So that's it. Now I'm just shutting down and I'm just going back to the servers folder and I'm just going to verify what are the folder exists. So it's created the folder called ms1, but it didn't create it for ms2 because we didn't start it yet. Okay, now you can see that data logs temp folders are there, but the thing is that there is no security folder created automatically. So again it will ask for the password when you are starting. To make it permanent, just go to your create a folder called security and go inside that, and inside that just create the file properties. Make sure your spelling is right. Okay, so just like this, assign the username password. So minus this. So I'm just going to enter this. So I'm just going to copy the same and I'm just going to create it inside this. So or else you can create the folders by yourself. Okay, so I'm just going to create this folder too because I don't want to spend some more time on this. So I'm just going to create this ms2 -p ms2, and my folder name is security. Okay, so I'm just going to create, I'm just going to copy this from this. Okay, that's it. Okay, so start manage server ms1, and I'm just going to give one more 2. I'm trying to, I just wrongly entered ms1 twice, that's why it's throwing this error, but just ignore this. So our server should start now. Okay, we'll wait for it to done. You can just grab it and you can kill the unwanted process if you want. Okay, so totally 4 Java processes are there, right? So you can just check it. ms1 is started twice. Based on time also you can kill it. Probably I can kill one among them. Okay, oh shit, it's asking for the password again. I'm not sure why. We'll just verify that. So it's trying to read this from boot properties, whatever we created, okay? Oh, the MS2 is getting started now, so probably I will not kill it. So I'm just checking for Java process. Mm, okay, so it's getting started now. I think it's MS2. I'm not sure what's the problem with MS1. We'll verify that. So it's come to the running state. You can just check it here. What's the problem with MS1? Done everything correctly, right? Okay, let us start it again. It is asking for the password. Okay, guys, this is taking a while. I will skip this part at least to, to eliminate the video size. Okay. Okay, actually both of them get started now, but we will just verify this in a while because once we discuss started properly, then we should see that the booted properties should be encrypted by now. Okay, I'll just check that. Cat. Yes, I'm going back. I'm just going to MS1 and security and booted properties. Okay. Oh, there is nothing over there. I think that's the problem. Okay, we'll just verify the MS2 too. Okay, so it's that. So it's encrypted. So the problem with this is that there is no username password. I don't know what went wrong because we entered it right. So it is not there. Okay. So probably if you tried now to start MS1, then it should not ask for the password. It should read it from the booted properties. Okay. You can just verify your Weblogic version over here, and you can just verify the remaining things like your startup arguments while you are seeing here, and you can verify your Java Standard Edition number over here. I'm using Java 1.629, and I'm using Java Weblogic version 11G end version 10.3.6, and my JVM size is minimum size is 256 and max size is 512, and this is client, remember this, so it's not server, and the minus server name is ms1, and the remaining things also you can just verify it over here. Okay, so it's trying to read from the booted properties. When you're doing for the very first time, it might take some time to read these files and encrypt it and store it inside the booted properties again, so patiently wait for some time. That's it, guys. So it started. We didn't ask for the password, right? So that's it. You should see it now in the console again. So starting. So when might be in the resume state now. Understand. Okay, that's it, guys. So we seen how to create managed servers and how to create how to start them and how to form a cluster among them. So hopefully in the next video we'll see about how to do a deployment to this cluster using WebLogic administration console. Okay. Thanks for watching. See you in the next session. Bye bye.